Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm not gonna lie to all of you guys watching. I recorded this for about 33 minutes and I messed up the file. I like overwrit the file when I was editing it, and we're here, we're back. And you know what? I could have been down bad and said, we're not gonna post this video, but we're back. We're gonna get this video out because number one, a lot of you guys been asking me for this, and number two, I wanted to share some updated thoughts. We did a video, best players in each position, like over a month ago, but obviously a ton has changed. I think it was actually like really at the start of the game. I think it was closer to 2 months ago. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are, I guess, starting to have a good holiday season. It really is here. This year has been very quick compared to last year. Make sure you guys are taking care of your friends, your family, and you guys are staying safe. I mean, look, it's a tough place out there, man. So make sure you guys are staying safe, being safe, making good choices, and being a good influence. I know all of you guys who watch me are a good influence. Guys, today's video is going to be very short and simple. It's actually not. It's going to be long, as I said. I said it was 33 minutes. But we're going to try to condense that a little bit in this version. We are going to be recording today about my opinions on the best players to use in this game. Very simple, right? That's what it's going to be about. The best players in each position. Kind of all budgets, but we're going to also take into consideration coinage and how much some guys are, because that will impact some players and why I don't like them as much. And I'll speak about that. And guys, number one, I'm going to miss a couple players in here. I've kind of written down a bunch of players that I really, really like. And I've played, just so you guys know, just kind of to get the reference. This year, I'm in the Elite Division. So anybody that is maybe clicking on this video has never seen. So I do have a perspective that I'm kind of understanding players have to be of a certain caliber to work, because it's harder to use certain players. And we have played like 700 games of this game. So we've played a lot of this FIFA, and I've seen a lot. Forgot to mention this in this part of the video, but for the video today, guys, we do have a sponsor, which is absolutely incredible. So hear a little bit more from them now. Today's video is sponsored by Stakester. Stakester is an app that allows you to play your favorite games like FIFA 22 for real money and prizes. As you can see, guys, the app has a really clean interface. In the top left, you can see your account balance and also the number of gems you have. One of the great things about Stakester is that is it not all about winning. Win or lose, you can earn gems in every competition, which can be used in the prize store to redeem prizes like these. There's a lot of stuff available, which is dope. And that's the gem system. So also they do daily prize draws. Again, you don't even have to win games to enter. Simply play 4 games in a day and you'll enter the prize draw with different prizes every single day. And yeah, the weekends, they're bigger. There's, I believe, bigger prize. You got to play 8 games on the weekend. So obviously you can see the prize draw is Apple AirPods on the weekend. So back on the main menu, you got to find the game you want to play. So for example, FIFA 22 for me, you got to select the platform you want to play on. So PS5. And then as you can see, you can play for as little as $1. If you're feeling confident, you can win up to $25 in a game. And also, thanks to Stakester, every single user who signs up with my link in the description or using the QR code on screen will get their first dollar entry for free, as you can see. Free. And then all you got to do is enter in your PSN, guys, to match up the IDs, and that's really it. You can download the app by using the link in the description, or we're going to put a QR code really quick on the screen. And remember, you get your first entry free, and you do have to be 18 or older, as it involves playing for real money. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll get right back to the video. We're going to start off in the goalkeeper position, guys, and for me, the best keeper this year has been Donnarumma in terms of price and in terms of the results and delivering what he's going to give you. Donnarumma is just... he's a different gravy this year. He really is. He actually has a special card now. But Donnarumma is just so freaking good in this game. Something about him, man. I think it's the base positioning, the reflexes. He just really seems to have it all. So this guy definitely has it figured out this year. I am a very, very large believer in Donnarumma. I love using him. And usually when I use somebody else, that other keeper is just not as good. So yeah, Donnarumma for me is definitely the best keeper. I've tried all the icon keepers, and what I think about the icon keepers, guys, is I think Van der Sar is the best one, but I still don't really love any of them compared to Donnarumma. I just think Donnarumma is that much better. I do have a little bit of a keeper that's for the cheaper budget, and that's Areola, and I don't know what's so crazy about Areola, but every time I face against this guy, I'm having a lot of trouble. I was about to say trouble and problems together. I do this a lot. If you watch me on Twitch, I do this a ton. But yeah, this guy is just different, man. And he's one of those guys that reminds me of back in the day on NHL. They used to have this thing called heat rating, where like a keeper would make a couple saves and they would actually start making even more saves because they got really hot. And for me, Areola really reminds me of that. Like, guys, 82 rating, he's got that Jack Butland kind of vibe. So he is very, very overpowered. I think he's worth a go. I mean, I think he's literally 1,000 coins. So I guess one guy that I would put in here as well that I think does make a case at times, you know, in my experience. And guys, just before we get any further, right? This is my opinion. This is my video. My opinion is no different than yours. So don't take this personally if I don't mention a player or I say something about a player that you don't like, or, you know, it's not like that. I'm just kind of giving my perspective on what I've played and who I've played against and who's been crazy. And Allison, you know, has been fitting in there as one of those players that I've played against, man. And has just been, he was wild every time I played him. He was really, really, really good. So never really used him too much, but very, very good in the times that I've played against him. Okay, so that's the keepers. If I got to pick one keeper, we're going to put in Donnarumma, guys. Today, we're going to put in Donnarumma. So let's talk about center backs. You know, in my eyes, you got two center backs that are really elite compared to everybody else in terms of the icon situation. Number one is Maldini. Now, Maldini is 2.2 million coins in the market, which is very expensive. Medium high work rate, 6'1", great height, 4-star weak foot. Got the 96 interceptions, guys, with the 94 defensive awareness and the 97 composure. So obviously, all that stuff going for him, it's a lot, right? Also 83 strength, 82 acceleration, 82 sprint speed. Guy has it all going on, to be honest, right? Really, really good card. Definitely one of the players that I would recommend for a high budget that is worth the price at 2.2 mil. I really think he's worth that value. I really do enjoy Rio Ferdinand. I think Rio Ferdinand is very, very good. I think he's probably the best, you know, guy under a mil for the icons this year, for the center back. Really good, man. I think the stats actually undershow how good he is. He was my favorite icon center back besides Maldini that I had tried out. So just for the record, guys, he was just incredible. So yeah, really liked Rio Ferdinand. Would totally recommend him. I'm going to be getting him back in my team very, very soon. So yeah, Rio was great. We continue, guys. We move on. Blanc, I think, you know, between Desai and Blanc, both of these guys are great options. I still kind of give the edge, guys, to probably Blanc. There's just something about Blanc this year that I really like a little bit more than Desai. But Desai's probably got that more auto-defending feel. I think I just probably like Blanc a little bit more on the ball. Comes with the 6'4" height and the medium-high work rates, which is obviously brilliant. Now, don't want to spend too much time talking about each player because we've got a lot of players to talk about. Cordoba, guys, Cordoba is still remaining in this video, and he's actually probably a top 2, top 3 center back on this game. He just was used by a lot of pros in the recent qualifier, and they were just raving about this guy. They were saying nothing but good stuff. So Cordoba's making this YouTube video. I think he deserves it. Guy has the 91 interceptions, the 92 heading accuracy, the 90 stand tackling, 87 acceleration with 94 jumping, 84 strength, 89 aggression. So yeah, pretty crazy card. Guy is probably going to be a really good card for the whole entire year. I mean, when you think about it, if you give this guy a shadow chem style, he's maxed out on defending. He's got 97 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. You really can't ask for much more. And to me, is kind of the modern day FIFA 19 Cannavaro. Cannavaro was crazy that year. You know, a little bit undersized, but just crazy. It's like having Conte at center back. So for me, definitely makes this video and is deserving of it. Guys, my favorite center back for the low budget guys watching, and not even just the low budget though, like that's not where we're putting him in here. He's in here because he's the best, some of the best, you know, we've got in this game. Koundé is really, really, really crazy this year. I mean, he's 2,000 coins. So for anybody that's got a little bit of a, you know, more of a budget that you're working with, I would definitely recommend Koundé. Koundé is just special, man. He's a different breed this year. And for the price and everything considered there, he's really worth it, right? He's so affordable. Again, kind of similar to Rio, where like the stats don't really do him justice. He really outplays what these stats say. He is really an incredible card in game. So would definitely recommend Koundé, you know, to any of you guys watching. You know, this is one of those players where most of you guys watching this video can go on the market and buy this card right now. So just try him out, man. If you're looking for, you know, maybe a market crash team, something like that, I really, really, really rock with Koundé. Even at this time of the year, I've been kind of using them in and out of my teams recently. Kimpembe is obviously, you know, in this video, guys. If you expected anything differently, you're crazy. Kimpembe is very, very good in this game. I don't like him at times with some of the animations he does. I think at times he's a little bit clumsy, but for me, still makes this video still a very, very good card. Marquinhos is interesting, guys. At this point in the year, I'm not as sold on his gold card anymore. I also don't love his inform. I actually have his inform. I like the UCLI for Marquinhos, and I think the team of the group stage is about the same thing. Yeah, it's a little bit better, actually. He's got one more physical and, well, one more passing, two more shooting. So This version seems to really outplay this version, which is kind of crazy because they're not actually that different. It's just plus ones everywhere. But yeah, maybe it's because, you know, the UCL Live has 90s in these stats. But yeah, if you can afford this version of Marquinhos, definitely think he's worthwhile. I think the only issue that you run into with Marquinhos is that because of the nature of people doing these lob through balls over the top, you know, he's a little bit more prone to that, which is disappointing. He's not as physical as some of these other center backs. He's not as like, you know, like those icon guys. They really bang you on those over the top through balls. Marquinhos wasn't really necessarily doing that for me, but he's got the good jumping, and obviously still one of the best in the game, you know, at the center back position. I think Varane also is still got to be in here. Varane for me is definitely a candidate here. I mean, this guy, you know, for 100,000 coins is still just incredible. Wraparound tackles and all. I know today we got Zule and we also got PK. I haven't tried them yet, so they're not going to make this video. I guess one last shout that we can put in here is definitely Klosterman. I think Klosterman is definitely good enough to be in this video. In the times that I've used him, he's been very, very good. 2-star, 3-star. But yeah, really good base stats here. And Klosterman's gold the last year in FIFA 21 and in this year has just been really good. So I think this card is not really going to let you guys down. This is a great card for, you know, the cheaper budget too. I think we went on the market and looked at how much his Rule Breakers is. I think he's really not that expensive. I think he's like 140k. Yeah, he's 140k. So for me, this is a great card. Very, very link worthy too. He links very well. So yeah, he would also make this team. Let's go to right backs, guys. To be honest, there's not that many right backs. I'm gonna just be kind of real with you guys. There's not that many right backs that I like. Yeah, same thing with the left back position. But first of all, Trent is in this team. You know, I actually just tried Trent for the first time the other day. He's very good. So Rule Breakers card, 200,000 coins, links to Van Dijk. And yeah, very, very good in game, guys. 90 stamina, 77 aggression, which is a little bit low, but you know, for fullback, he's got a good stock in game. You know, has really good links as well with the Salah, VVD. So, you know, very linkable as well, obviously for those Premier League teams. I think is why he's got to be in here. For me, the best right back in this game is Hakimi. It's not really close. I think he's really just the best. I was able to try Tall. We'll speak about that in a second, but Hakimi just got an upgrade. You know, the gold is still very good. The ones to watch is just +2 passing. It's also +2 defending, which is actually pretty good. I have the ones to watch in my club untradeable. Hopefully it gets more upgrades throughout the year. This is just the they got the win upgrade here. But yeah, Hakimi's totally worth the price. You get the gold or the ones to watch. I actually like the gold version more than a Tall as well. And we're gonna actually talk about a Tall in a second. As I said before, I think I'm missing one other guy here, man. I had him in my notes. Let me just pull it up here, guys. I had one other right back that I wanted to talk about today with you guys. This right back was Zambrata. So Zambrata for me is still there. I used him this Friday. He was incredible. He's got a prime card coming out pretty soon as well, so stay on the lookout for that. Should be a very, very, very good card. But yeah, Zambrata definitely makes this video for me. A very, very good player in this game. And now talking about a Tall. The reason why I just something about a Tall feels super generic. I know he's very good, and he's definitely a top right back in this game. But what I would recommend with a Tall doing, I would recommend, because he's got the 5-star weak foot, if you could do a team where you swap him in game to left back, and then you put left back Cancelo, the UCL card, to right back, that's pretty interesting. I think that's actually a nice little move that you could do because he got the 5-star weak foot. We actually have him untradeable, I believe. We do. We have him untradeable. So that's a pretty OP thing. If you can kind of do that, that's pretty interesting to me. Yeah, I still prefer Hakimi over him in the Ligue 1, though. Just think he's better. Yeah, man, these are just my opinions, guys. So, look, a lot of you guys watching this video, you're probably going to think differently. You're probably going to say, Nick, Hakimi's better. And you know what? That's totally okay. Okay, so moving on, we continue. So, obviously, we had just mentioned Cancelo. And I think Cancelo would be a very good swap to the right back position, as we just said. So, this new version. And I think you got to get this new version because even the 87, he only has 86 pace. And I still think that's a little bit low for fullback. You want to get closer to 90 as much as you can this year. And now that this card has that, it's nice. He's 6 feet tall as well, so a little bit taller in game. He's got excellent stamina at 96. So there's a lot to like about this Cancelo. I really, really think that this card is going to be good at right back. I actually think he's also really good at center mid. But yes, this 89 Cancelo is definitely one of the better players in this game now. You know, definitely we got to say that. You know, speaking of the Premier League as well, I think Andy Robertson is also in this category right now. He actually just got a really, really crazy upgrade as well on his card, on his UCL card. It's much better than the gold. He actually has 99 stamina too, which is just an incredible stat. And the reason when I had used when I had used this card, the thing I liked the most about him was that his defensive awareness was so high, and it was really noticeable. Like, he was intercepting the ball a lot for me. So now that he's faster, a little bit better on the ball too. Look out for this Robertson, especially, you know, if Liverpool, I think, get one more dub. I think he's gonna get the double upgrade. I think he already's got it. So I think he's gonna be a 90, which is just gonna be crazy. So that card will be nuts. Crazy road to the knockout card. You know, for sure. For me, the best left back in the game is Theo Hernandez. And for me, it's not even close. This guy is just built freaking different, man. He's so overpowered in this game. I don't know what it is. I think it's more of his body type and his stocking game that just makes him crazy. Because his stats are good, but his stats aren't like out of this world crazy. You know, his defending and his physical are kind of average. They're not bad, but they're not out of this world. I think it's got to be the combination of the pace and just kind of how he is in game. Because man, this guy's absolutely crazy at left back. He's like the best for me. He's just his pure winning of the ball with the AI is just crazy. And I think also, you know, we got to mention Fonzie in here. I think Fonzie is really good. You know, Fonzie has the high-low, but Fonzie is so fast. That's why this card is still, you know, Fonzie could have, like, for me, like 7 less defending and 7 less physical, and he'd still be in this video. And it's just because of the pace. Like, even the gold card, right? I'm referencing both here, man. Even the gold card. I think if you wanted to actually put the rule breakers one, you probably should put that one at you could put that one even at center mid. I know a lot of pros are doing that. All right, we're gonna move to center mid now. It's already been 15 minutes. We're gonna be close to an hour of recording this video today, man. It's been a long day. Kevin De Bruyne, though, for me, guys, definitely at the midfield, man. The fact that this guy got +4 pace now, De Bruyne has these like animations in FIFA that are just crazy. So now to see him with more pace, I've even tested his goal this year. I loved him. This card is just gonna be out of this world, man. It's gonna be that footmiss Kevin De Bruyne vibe when he came out as like, I think 600k in FIFA 19. Everybody's like, it's not worth it. And I'm like, listen, finesse shots, physical attacking AI. And to be fair, guys, Kevin De Bruyne for me has some of the best attacking AI in FIFA, period. It's not even a competition. Like, end the statement there. He really does. He has some of the best attacking AI that this game really has to offer. So definitely worthy of making this video, guys. N'Golo Kante has to be in this video. This guy just has such a presence all around the pitch. I mean, it's just crazy, right? Conte's just different, man. Any of the versions, but specifically probably the 91 inform, just because his defending and physical is so much better than the flashback. You know, he's really special. And actually, now that I'm thinking about the flashback, I just want to backtrack real quick and kind of hint at a defender that I did forget about, and that would be Koulibaly, guys. Koulibaly, for me, I always forget about him because he's an SBC. That's why I don't really mention him. This is the one SBC that was probably, for me, the bet. This SBC was, I think it's comparable with Fekir this year in terms of how good it was. I just think that this card is so good. Medium high. I think he's still so good. The fact that this card came out a month ago with 92 defensive awareness, 96 strength. I mean, it's just crazy. We've not really seen anything like this card, you know, since that time. And actually, I know we're kind of getting so out of order here, but now it's all popping up in the city. I wanted to mention him. I think I had mentioned this card in my video earlier. I had tried this guy in Rivals this week. He's absolutely incredible. So for any of you guys with the Serie A teams, Skriniar is definitely the move, man. What a freaking card this is this year. All right, back to the center mids. Couple of, you know, EA really went all out with these signature stars because we're going to talk about a couple of them right now. Marcos Llorente has the best gold center mid card in the game. I don't think his signature stars is worth the upgrade. I've tried him, but he's still very good. So just keep that in mind, guys, that this card is absolutely incredible regardless of, you know, maybe it not being totally worth it. This version is still crazy. So Llorente, you know, for the box-to-box role is incredible. High, medium work rates. And then also, you know, another guy that's really incredible, I personally think is a little overpriced. I would still prefer Kevin De Bruyne to Renato. I just think you're going to get a lot more. But high work rates for this guy. Absolutely incredible dribbling. And that's why people pay 900k for this guy, man, because he gives you that level, all right, that level of dribbling. I mean, it really is crazy to see. You know, this guy is the real deal. 87 strength, 88 aggression, 90 with stamina, 88 jumping, 80 interceptions. It's such a well-rounded card, and that's why this card is just so highly regarded. Because he's so goated. All right, Vieira, you guys know the normals, man. If you guys get this card, you're crazy, right? Because he just is going to defend for you. He's going to win every ball in the midfield for you. Vieira is just such a special player in FIFA every single year. It's kind of unexplainable. But this year specifically, I mean, this guy is just in the midfield doing everything. So if you get your hands on this card, it's great. Hullet, for me, is the best center mid in this game. The problem is that this whole is 6 million coins, and it's hard to get 6 million coins. It's hard to just kind of pull that out and get that rocket in the team. So that's never easy. And 6 mil is 6 mil is 6 mil. Lothar Matthäus, love this card. He's gonna have a nice prime card coming out pretty soon. Amazing card. I think you play him as a DM until you get to his moments card. You can also still play that one as a DM, but I think center mid box to box is also good for him. I just think he's so good at DM because 87 defensive awareness, 91 aggression, 92 interceptions. I think the aggression that Matthäus and Conte have make them some of the best DMs in the game. So very, very good card there. I know we're talking so expensive here, guys, but you got to pay the big bucks for the good midfielders and attackers this year. Philipp Lahm is also absolutely incredible. Basically the German Conte, icon center mid. So yeah, very, very good for Lahm. We're speed running now through these. We got to talk about Verratti, right? This was an SBC card. Absolutely incredible center mid. If you missed out on this guy, he's got like the fakest pace of all time, right? This guy feels so fast, and he reminds me of Messi because Messi has low sprint speed but feels so fast because of his dribbling. He really does. So Verratti's just crazy. Comes with a 95 aggression, which just means he's going to play for the damn badge. All right, what a freaking center mid we got there this year. And Kunku's got to make this video. He's got some more upgraded cards now, ever since. This one's a right forward, but very good card. The one thing I didn't like with him was the medium, I'll be honest. But very, very good card in this game. Any Bundesliga or French team should probably consider using him. Goretzka, if you got a Bundesliga team, you have to use Goretzka. 110k for this guy for his upgraded card. It's just a phenomenal card. Goretzka is just a pure demon this year in the midfield. He's really, really just a commanding midfielder this year. He gets it done, man. He's a big boy. He's the real deal. This is a big boy card this year. So I like him a lot. Again, another budget midfielder that we got up on our radar is Kessie. Kessie for me, really solid because of the high work rates. I think still more of a DM than a box to box, just because I think he's a little bit slower. For me, that's kind of what I would say at this point in the game. We got a couple other players that are, I think, close. I mean, I think that Objective Uribe is close. I think I wouldn't necessarily put him in because I just don't see him a lot, but I liked him. When I used him, I liked him. He didn't feel that generic. I think he's a shout for center mids. We got so many center mids this year. That's why we're spending forever here. I think, not Vidic, but I think Vidal is pretty close to being in here. He needs to kind of get another upgrade or two, but man, is this card starting to look really good. I think for me, I think just for that eye test, he's got to have over, for me, he's probably got to have over that 80 pace, but he's getting pretty damn close to me having to put him in this video and just kind of having really no choice but to mention him because look at the stats. I mean, the thing about Vidal that's so interesting is he's got his 98 aggression, and like I value aggression so heavily in FIFA. I think it's so important for midfielders to have that stat. So two more mids that I can think of off the top of my head, and then we got to move on because we're doing too many center mids here. But again, there's so many good midfielders this year. I think Fred is also a very good box to box because of the dribbling that he has, because of the stamina and aggression, and because of the 4-4. So Fred is definitely in this video. And then, you know what, guys? We did pack Zidane, and Zidane's got to make it because when I'm using this Zidane, I mean, the stuff he can do because he's 5-star is incredible, man. He really, really is a special player in this game. And I'm lucky as hell to pack this guy. I never packed an icon like this. So very, very good there. Maybe a little bit of a bias. Let's talk about left mids. And guys, I'm going to be honest, there's way less left mids and right mids than center mids. Neymar's here. You could get either version of him. It doesn't really need to be said. The 5-star beast. That's Neymar. Play him wide, play him in the middle. You do whatever you want. Vini Jr. Just has a new card as well. Vini is probably the craziest player right now because he's got 99 in pace, both stats, and 99 agility. So he just is going to be the most rapid card in this game. People are paying 720k for him right now. Probably the best wide player in the game that we have. Okay, so let's talk about Ginola, boys. Ginola is probably like the most insane card in this game. When I picked this card up and started grinding rivals and really sweating, I gained like a 200 SR using this card. He's just insane, and people will hate on him too, but the stuff that this guy can do, he's just got some aura around him, man. He's really, really special in this game. So I'm a huge fan of this card. I think it can't be said enough of how impactful this card really is. I think he's the real deal, man. I think he's really, really good in this game. And guys, look, we're talking about the really, really, really elite players here. And you know, he's one of them. And I think I got really one more card to mainly mention at this position, and it's Sonaldo. And I still think Son is better inside because he's got the high and the 4-5. I still think Son is a better striker, you know, maybe even you know, center forward. I think as well, somebody you guys could give a shout to. I don't want to spend too much time here today, but I think you give a shout to Gold Mane as well. I think Gold Mane is definitely deserving of a spot in this video. All right, Messi is crazy. Messi, guys, if you can get your hands on any version of Messi this year, just do it. He's absolutely insane. And the reason is because of the agility. He's the best wide player in the game. He's so quick off that first dribble. It's almost undefendable. Messi is just so special in that regard. A couple other players that I think are really good. I mean, mainly two, guys. There's two main players that I really recommend for this position. It's limited, man. We do have Neres. We do have, you know, Chiesa. We do have, you know, Ousmane Dembele. I think Gold Dembele is even like a little outdated now. Even if you play him wide, I think even, and then I think the 5-star version, I don't think he's that good. I don't really see, you know, the rule breakers Dembele a lot. I think he's not really used. So I think for me, the last two players that I really like is Salah, just because of his pace out wide. He's so hard to defend against. So Salah is a massive recommendation on my end. And then Garrincha, man, I really think Garrincha is really special this year. I think Garrincha is very good. He's very nimble in game, which is like, you know, he's very good at navigating in and out at the, you know, whether you play him the striker, the cam, or the wing role. He's just very good for all those roles. So really big fan of those right wingers. In the middle, guys, you know what it is, man. Pele and R9, I don't really need to say anything about those guys. If you're watching this video and you were expecting me to not say that, you're crazy, right? Same thing kind of goes with Cruyff. Cruyff is insane. I had him in a draft this week. Absolutely out of this world. Somebody that I want to mention that I think is going to really make a resurgence once more people try him is Eusebio. I had tried him, and he's crazy this year, man. So very, very special in this game. I wouldn't be surprised when more people start trying him, and they're going to realize really how special he is, because he's just incredible. I think two more main icons that we're going to mention here. Diego Maradona has to be mentioned, all right? 95 or 91 at this point are the ones you can try. He is absolutely incredible. He's probably got the best dribbling in the game, I would say. You know, from using him, I really feel like he probably does have the best dribbling in the game. I really can't think of another guy that just had better dribbling than him. When I tried him, I was so in shock with how good he was. There was one other icon I want to mention. The other icon was Cantona. I think Cantona is really, really special this year. I've played against him a couple times. A little bit harder to control, you know, with left stick dribbling compared to like a Maradona, but just so impactful, so jammy, and so good at scoring the goals. All right, so Kylian Mbappe is definitely the best goal attacker we've got in the game. It doesn't really need to be said. I don't think the inform is worth it over the gold, so stick with the gold. Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't like in this game. Like, I'm just not a big fan of him compared to other FIFAs, but guys, he's very jammy, and he just gets it done. All right, he really does, man. He's a jammy player. Guy gets it done. He's annoying to play against. And for me, he's probably the guy I could see the most goals to. So I'm not going to be a hater. He's crazy in this game again. All right, Di Natale is one of my favorite cards in this game. He's also the only guy that scored like 6 goals against me this year. So if you're looking for a hero card, Di Natale with the 4-4 and just the absolutely outstanding finishing, definitely deserves to be in this video. I mean, he's just a crazy card in game. Absolute demon. So had to be mentioned in this video because just a very, very, very good card, especially for the price. I mean, I think now if I were to look at him on, if I were to look him up, I think he's only, I don't think he's that much. I think he's like 550k. Di Natale is, oh, he's 600k, so he went back up. And then for me, guys, there's only a couple other players. I think Benzema's SBC recently was a really good one, the one with pace. Fekir, if you're able to do that one. I mean, these two are both expired. And Fekir is very good. I've played a lot with Fekir. 217 games. Very good card. And then the last one is probably Ben Yedder. I think Ben Yedder is crazy again. I think the only downside is the passing. But yeah, Ben Yedder is pretty nuts again. And yeah, that's really what we got, boys. These are like my favorite players in the game right now. I mean, I've probably missed a couple. But for the most part, I got the guys that I can think about that I've played with or played against that have just been nuts. So thanks for watching today, guys. Love you guys. Peace.